Man, I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you this, man. I got a splinter in my finger. That joint hurt so bad, but it's all good. Distraction. Celestial rising, divine afternoon and grand night to the beautiful deity watching this video. It's your divine reflection, divine messenger, and we are back with another message and understand. Let's actually go ahead and get into this. And the thing is too, if you resonate with this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, especially if you enjoy or want more teachings like this. Subscribe and share it so that we can push this heavenly message upon this satanic agenda that we live in. Now, of course, it is hot, and it is so hot that I was sweating as soon as I got into my car. And we're gonna have a picture early on, actually right now, picture of, you're gonna see, I think I screenshot like 3 or 4 Instagram pictures of how these agendas are being pushed. On top of that, shout out to Bree6 UTO. We need a YouTube video about OnlyFans porn and why Jewish people and higher ups are so sexually perverted. And what are these Luciferian agendas they are pushing that you always talk about? Like you said, Kai, Speed, Aiden Ross have handlers and they push a Luciferian agenda. Is that agenda like LGBTQ or maybe pedophilia? What is the agenda? I watched through all your videos from the last month or so, but I still can't find an answer. I want to be conscious of it for my future as an artist and influencer. It's a great question. Let's get into this. All right. And I'm gonna turn this off too. Okay, make sure we're recording. All right, cool. Okay, so, and the thing is too, it's not just the Jewish community, but it's many other communities as well, which is exactly why I put the Jewish community teamed up with other societal leeches to dominate submissive egos in every community for a monetary gain. On top of that, with these Instagram pictures that you've seen on the screen, I showed that because, for one, this is how these agendas are being pushed. Because, for one, we have to understand that, actually, let me go into the presentation view. Like, what am I doing? What am I, you know what I'm saying? What am I doing? Let me do the slideshow. Let me do it the correct way. Let me not do it the lazy way. Because I'll just be ready to go. I'm ready to move on. Let's get to it, though. What is my laptop doing? All right, thank you. Okay, now, with these pictures that we have, this is what my Instagram feed will look like. So I got spiritual stuff. You got social media stuff, but you also got the OnlyFans stuff and other women agendas as well. And with these agendas that are going on Instagram especially, and Twitter, TikTok, all of that, these narratives are pushed because, for one, the agenda is and will always be about your mindset and how they can get it on track. If you are young, if you don't have, and the thing is, so you can be old as well, but if you have a weak mindset, you will let a bunch of these women who are posing in sexual poses or seductive poses, you will fall on your knees to please their reality. I'm gonna say it again. If you see how these women are seducing your consciousness and you buy into what they're producing on the internet or social media, so with these poses that you see, many of you who are weak-minded as little boys and grown men, which are still little boys, but you will fall on your knees to please their reality. And they want that. The women want that. But the thing is, though, the women are programmed to use your ego for monetary gain because you don't know how to dominate your urges and your desires, because you can't get this girl, but by you giving her a like, by you being in her DM, you feel as if you have a chance because you are just that thirsty for her attention, not knowing that she's giving attention to somebody else that you've never seen before. Not only that, you never know who has a family behind closed doors. So many of these women, they're pushing an agenda to feed their kids or the men that they are actually in love with, because some women, some of their men are in prison, or some of them are dead, some of them are cheating on them. But either way it goes, when it comes down to women and what love is to them, that's a complex situation for them to deal with. So by you never meeting this woman and you paying for her lifestyle, all you're doing is feeding her, you're actually boosting her ego beyond what she needs to be fed. Because she already has a certain persona about how she feels about herself. But then you come along as a little ass boy and you're spamming her DMs with hard eyes, tongue out emoji, all these different emojis that to where you're trying to get her attention because you're trying to lust after her. You're already telling on yourself. You're basically telling her, I don't care about anything that you have to do, because she can post a picture about her graduating from college. That may get like 100 likes, 200 likes. But let her post a picture of her working out in, biker shorts with her moose knuckle hanging out. You can see the print and in the front, but let that have like 2,000 likes, and there you go into the comments. And if she doesn't like your comment, what are you going to do as a thirsty young nigga. You're going to go into her DM. You're gonna say, "Hey, my name is so and so." Actually, probably won't say that. You're probably gonna just be like, "You know what? Let me send you 500 for your cash. Let me send you 2,000, 5,000." And of course, if you're giving a woman free money, I ain't gonna cap, sweethearts, talking about women out there. If a man is just willingly sending you money, like 10,000, 5,000, just because, I ain't gonna lie, you would be an idiot if you don't take that money. No cap. The agenda on our mind is whatever the higher elites or parasites want it to be. They use different connections that you are connected to so they can program you from the inside out. They use distractions like TV, social media, OnlyFans, porn, streaming platforms, school, religion, debates, and politics to get you away from the importance of yourself. And I got this picture right here too because that's exactly what they do to our mindset 24/7. Because by you believing that your Christ frequency was crucified, that already, I didn't make a video on that too. Sorry, there was a flaw on my camera. But by you believing that your Christ frequency was crucified, that's the reason why you are crucified every single day in and day out. Because there's a big ass B. I'm just trying to make sure you don't bite me and all that. But by you believing in something like this is the reason why these Luciferian propagandists are able to bring their fruition into your existence, into the current moment right now. Hey, can you fly somewhere? Fly somewhere else, please. Come on, bro. You too damn big to be doing that. And so if we look at this picture right here, we gotta understand that we are living in a simulated frequency of holographic codes that are light and dark. And the thing is, these light and dark frequencies are programming you into a lower divinity that you are not aware of. Yo, you gotta go somewhere else. Please, let's go somewhere. Please, my brother. Please, dog. Please, bro. Please. Please, man. Please. Please, bro. Please. Thank you. It's two of y'all. That makes it even worse. Come on, man. Anyways. So because of that, we gotta understand that when you are sitting there watching these distractions on your TV or on your phone, even on video games, you're going to sit there and allow these parasites to leech off of your energy 24/7 because you are not focused on your higher self, to the point to where you're not able to actually see what is being programmed into your subconscious mind, because your visual prowess, your representation of what life actually looks like does not look like what it looks like to you. So what you think life looks like to you does not look like what it looks like to you, because you are being lied to 24/7. Not only that, you believe that this reality is meant to be for you, which is exactly why you keep reincarnating to the same exact cycle. Why are you crawling all on my screen? What are these little ass bugs? What the hell going on? Nature. But that's exactly why you keep reincarnating right back into the same exact spell that you keep trying to leave. Because if you don't like this life, if you know that this life is not for you, why do you keep reincarnating right back into this reality? Because you're not understanding that these distractions are programming you to not understand your higher self. Because if you understand your higher self, that you can't escape these Luciferian programs that have been programmed into your mother's mind, your grandpa's mind, your dad's mind. And so once they coexist together and they birth you into this reality, you are just a product of your environment. OnlyFans and the chokehold it has on not just men, but women as well. OnlyFans has done more harm than good for the majority of men in society. It has harmed the expense of little boys. Can you fly somewhere else, please? Yeah, I am talking to you. Please go somewhere else. It has harmed the expense of little boys who think that all women should look like their preference, and if she doesn't, then they degrade her simulated image to satisfy their thirsty desires. The women who use this platform for monetary gain are doing it because they have nothing else to offer outside the job they hate. But if a woman is a single parent making $10K a month from OnlyFans to feed her child with no father, would you still judge? If you watch whoever is on this platform to release your energy, then you are allowing seduction to make you weak. On top of that, kids with parents that do OnlyFans will be bullied when kids mention seeing their mom on the platform. It'll be a lot of uncomfortable conversations. And the thing is as well with OnlyFans, I don't know why it's dark like that. Off my fault, y'all. I'm gonna get that right. All right. So even with OnlyFans though, the thing is too, people who do OnlyFans, mind you can do whatever you want, but you gotta understand that too. If you are paying for OnlyFans, it's just like porn is free, gang. So it's like you already don't know how to beat your meat correctly, and you're allowing a bunch of women to seduce you into giving them money every single day, probably every single month, and then you're basically their biggest investor, and you're enhancing their lifestyle. And a lot of times too, these women won't tell you that they have kids at home, but you don't really care about that because all you want to do is lust after her, and you need to masturbate. You need to get your energy out of your system because you feel as if that it's a comfortable feeling that you are feeling, but you're not feeling the urge to release your energy. It's just that your subconscious mind is programmed into doing that, which is why a lot of women who think OnlyFans is the way to go, and a lot of times too, when women turn 18, they'll just begin to go straight to OnlyFans just because they know that they can get money and profit. Which is why a lot of times, many men do not see that you are the product of these women killing themselves slowly. Because if you stop feeding into their BS, if you stop feeding their ego, if you stop boosting their seductive ways, they won't be able to seduce you anymore. Which is exactly why it starts at a young age, and it starts at an older age as well. Because how are you an elder not setting the example for the younger generation? Because you're lusting after women who don't even know that you exist. So as you keep on doing that, you're not really understanding that these women are literally just, they are producing what they can for a temporary period of time. And the thing is too, I'm not gonna say OnlyFans is bad because for one, it's good. It's a contradiction, first of all, because not all women are on there just selling their bodies. So let's get that correct too. There are some women out there, I don't know because I don't be on OnlyFans, but I'm just assuming. But, just trying to give grace, right? But not all women are on there just selling their bodies. Some women are producing information. Some women are on there working out. They're probably doing weightlifting tips. They're probably doing core workouts. They're probably doing informational teachings. They're probably doing something to help other women or men who are paying for their platform. So some men are paying for this shit thinking that they're going to get, cat videos, her playing with herself, her twerking, her doing whatever. But sometimes some men get fooled and they get mad because, well, you damn near got scammed because you paid, you paid like $639 for this woman's membership, but you thought that you was going to get something and you didn't get it. So now you mad at her. But you should be mad at yourself because why are you wasting your hard-earned money to be seduced by a woman that you never met beyond the internet? And that's exactly why I feel as if a lot of these women they're just trying to find a way for a source of income. And a lot of times too, I'm not saying it's the correct way because there are some men who do this shit as well. Not saying that it's the correct way to go about things, but if you want to go about things this way, then so be it. But the thing is though, if you have kids, and then you gotta understand too how deep the internet is going to get as the generations and generations keep on growing and growing and getting smarter and wiser. We gotta understand that for the new world order, it is here right now. The agenda is being implemented right now. It was actually implemented before you even born. But the younger generation, these kids, they will understand that a lot of them will be getting bullied because sex will always be getting pushed out into many different forms of media that we have never seen before, or that we have seen before, or that we're not awake to. But once we become awake, a lot of these kids will understand that, a lot of them will get bullied, especially little boys. So it's like, imagine going to a parent-teacher conference and then these kids pull up on you and say, hey, I know your mom from OnlyFans. Watch your mouth, boy. It's just like, what? I'm just being honest. I mean, why should he get slapped for being honest? Hey, Frank, I seen your mom on OnlyFans last night and I was jacking off 5 times to her. Should Frank get mad at himself or his mom? And then should his mom feel bad? Should his mom feel embarrassed? Because all you got to do is just stop doing it and delete your whole page and go work a 9-to-5 job. But that's the problem. There are many people out here who do not want to work a 9-to-5 job. And because of that, they will go the social media route. They will go the degrading route. So, and the thing is too, you can hide your face all you want, but some men know their woman well, or their hoe well, or their bitch well. Whatever you want to call your girl, like degrading terms anyway. But some men know their woman. So because of that, this is why porn is meant to weaken the masculine side of your dominance so your ego can feel superior over your consciousness. This platform can't offer you anything authentic. This is a site for traffickers, kidnappers, and sex cults to exploit people who most likely didn't know what they signed up for. If you watch any category on this site when you have no love for yourself, once you waste your energy on bestiality. Oh yeah, I was like, what am I reading? Yeah, if you watch any category on this site, then you have no love for yourself once you waste your energy on bestiality. And the thing is too, bestiality is universal, but the thing is as well, it's a practice. And what's crazy, in the comment section too, if you are a program entity, if you are a cyborg, if you are sentient, if you are an agent for the system, you will go against this video because of course that's what you are supposed to do for your purpose. You are supposed to go against these teachings because for one, you are teaching yourself to not love yourself by touching yourself through these websites. So as soon as you hear this background, as soon as you see that record button going crazy, What will you do? You won't look into the mirror and you won't ask yourself, man, what can I do better for my life? You know you can do so much better for your lifestyle, but yet you are wasting your energy watching people perform a ritualistic act behind closed doors. Not only that, you are touching yourself to feel as if this is this is the best way for me to satisfy myself. Not knowing that all you can do for yourself, really, when you feel the urge to want to touch yourself, there are numerous of ways that you can waste that energy by doing something productive. What does that mean? For one, you can be doing what I'm doing right now, making a teaching for bloodlines. And so what do I mean? Because the thing is too, I'm not just teaching my future self. I'm not just teaching the younger generation or older generation. I'm teaching bloodlines, meaning that whenever a kid becomes 5 years old, a new being into this world, they will run across this video sometime in the year, sometime in the future. They will see this video, they will watch it. And then once they try to understand it, they won't be able to understand it like on the first try. But the moment you come back and you watch this video again and again, as you get older, you can save this video. And then when you grow older and you experience life and you come back to this video, you'll be like, oh, shit, you were speaking in the future. Like, no shit. That's why it's called divine messaging, because I'm giving you a message from the future for your future's sake. Because with bloodlines, for our bloodline, especially carbonated beings, you understand that you have astral celestial DNA. So you can call it God DNA. You are literally God body as a carbonated deity. Or you're a Caucasian, you're a Asian, Palestinian, whatever the case may be. You are all these different ethnicities that you claim to be, but these are not your ethnicities, but these are your false identities that you have been attached to. As you are watching this site, even as an older adult, you have to stop watching these sites because you are harming yourself every single time you do this shit. Not only that, the woman, especially too, you can do semen retention for woman attraction as well if you choose to do that, but don't do it for women. Do it for yourself as a man. If you want to become a better man, hold your semen. And now, yes, you will release it too, because I can't sit here and tell you to do it forever, because it's like you're here to experience the human experience for a reason as a spiritual being. Now, of course, and the thing is too, women look good. So I don't know how some of you niggas can become gay, but it is what it is. Understand though, women are beautiful, and of course they do deserve to get their guts drilled. But the thing is though, you cannot get upset because you get turned down by women, fam. Because as a young man, you gotta understand that it is your fault that she turned you down. But what do I mean? Hold on, before you start turning up on me, here's what I mean. It's your fault that you are allowing her feelings to make you feel less of your higher self. It is your fault that you are allowing her to make you feel less of your higher self. Because once you feel as if a woman does not like you for who you think you are or who you aren't, then you're going to go to these sites to release those feelings into the atmosphere because you don't love yourself the way that you should be loving yourself, God. Now, women going to do what they want regardless, but as a young man, you know better than that. To be watching these sites as if you're going to get some pleasure off of that. It's not the real thing. On top of that, when you get older and you have erectile dysfunction, that's going to be your fault as well. Make sure no buzz is on my camera and shit. But when you get older and you are releasing this energy day after day after day, especially some people are doing this 5 times a day, 7 times. Somebody's doing it 10 times out the day. There are some people who have died by masturbation. So that should let you know right there it's not beneficial for you. On top of that, when you get older, you are going to have to use Viagra to stay hard. You're going to have to smoke weed. You're going to have to do cocaine. You're going to have to do all these different drugs to get yourself bricked up to please your woman. Well, all you got to do is just drink some goddamn water and exercise. Go meditate. Go sun gaze. Go ground yourself. Think healthy thoughts. But that's the thing though. How can a young man know this stuff about himself when his dad didn't teach him that shit? Because some of these men don't have men in their life to teach them that shit. On top of that, when your mom is busting it wide open in her room and you may catch her, you may not say nothing. But some people got moms who got men coming in the crib drilling their guts out. And as a young man or a little boy who's sitting here watching this, you probably know, you could probably relate like, damn, Yeah, I am used to hearing my mom getting her cheeks clapped. That's not your fault, my brother. But the thing is, though, that's not normal for you to be listening to anyways. So you know what your mom is doing. You cannot get mad at what she's not doing for real. Because it's her ego. Her subconscious mind is programmed to lust after her lustful ways inside of a man or a woman, whatever she is into. But for you, that does not mean that you have to be a product of your environment. Because you feel as if watching this shit is normal. It's normal, but it's not. Because what is normal in a world full of fallacy? And as you are watching, you gotta understand too that a lot of people on these sites are being trafficked. Like, pay attention, because the thing is too, speaking from experience, when I was bad in my ways too, watching these sites, when I wasn't really getting sex, because not knowing that the days or the months I would go without sex, there'll be times when I was younger, I would think to myself, man, you know, I ain't getting no coochie, whatever. Like, I wouldn't mind getting it, but there'll be times I wouldn't want to do it. I'd rather please myself. But it's just like, why lie to myself by touching myself? Because the thing is too, it's a false sense of urgency. So yeah, I feel like as if I want to please myself, and once I release, I'm gonna feel better. No, that's the spell casting right there. That's the agenda right there. By letting you know, and on top of that, this shit kills families. It ruins marriages and relationships. Literally and figuratively, imagine how many broken homes have been bestowed upon your mindset watching this video right now because of this record button right here. Imagine how many. There are so many families who have seen the dark side of pornography. Not only that, many kids and women and men are getting trafficked on these sites for free. Not only that, there are people who are getting kidnapped. And what I mean is too, because you're like, how do you know? You gotta pay attention, because when I was younger too, you know, because by me being into, well, I was into ebony, but you know, because I love my women, but a thick woman, but like even petite women, but I had my category of women and all that. Not afraid to say it, because it's just like, you know, we all have our preference. But when I would watch my favorite category or my favorite video, I would see the woman, because I was never into men banging women on porn. Like, I was like, why would I watch a man have sex? Nah, let me just watch a woman. I either watch woman on woman, or I watch woman pleasing herself. Either way it goes, though, that's the old days. We don't watch porn no more, because it's less like you can't satisfy yourself by watching this shit. As I would watch these categories and these videos, I would study it, and I would just be like, wait a minute, are you really enjoying this for real? Because I would hear the moans, and I would see the person recording this shit. I would see the lights, I would see the atmosphere, and I would just be like, wait a minute, let me go ahead and put my third leg up real quick. Let me go and pull my shorts up, and let me actually study what I'm actually watching, because it's like, and that's the thing too, self-awareness, because some men can't do this. But once I understood, like, wait a minute, let me actually decipher what I'm watching, what I'm looking at. What the fuck is that? Boy, that was a big ass wasp. Oh my goodness. Anyways, that was crazy. That was the biggest wasp I've ever seen in my life. So I would watch this shit, I'd be like, oh. So like with orgies, for example, a lot of those things would be sex cults. And there would be a lot of women in there who did not know. And you're flying over here. You got all that space. Go back over there. There'll be a lot of women in these videos to where they didn't have a sense of self anymore. A lot of these women are drugged up. A lot of these men will be drugged up as well. And because they're drugged up, they feel as if promoting this title to get these views will help them get paid in the industry. Not knowing that to even get into this industry, you had to do so much satanic shit behind closed doors to even be able to stay bricked up to please this many women. Imagine going raw, fucking 10 women on camera to please a viewer at home. Think about that. As a man, you want to be recorded having sex to please who? Because are you really satisfied having sex with this many women who don't really care about you? Because once the camera's in, what is there to talk about? There's no point of going on dates. There's no point of getting married with none of them. And on top of that too, a lot of them are sharing the same diseases. And once you get deep into that, you gotta understand too, people are passing around trauma. People are passing around viruses. So porn is a virus on your mind, literally and figuratively. Because even with these agendas with the social media influencers as well, they're pushing OnlyFans models and porn stars on these streams or these on YouTube or Facebook, whatever the case may be. They're pushing this because they want the younger generation to get horny over porn stars that they don't know about. But when your favorite influencer is pushing that narrative onto your mind, what are you going to do? You're going to look it up, because they're manipulating you in the first place to get more viewers, because they know There are many young boys and older adults out there who watch these streamers and YouTubers and influencers in general. They are watching them. And once they're watching them, if you don't know that P-star that's on your favorite streamers live or whatever, you're going to go on Google or you're going to go on your favorite website and then you're going to type her name in or his name in, whatever you're into. Once you do that, you'll see all her videos. Now, what are you going to do? For one, monetary gain. You're going to make the rich get richer. So you're going to see all her videos. She may have over 1,000. Now look at you going crazy, running wild. Oh, she's attractive. She got a nice body. She look good. And she's a P-star. Oh, yeah, I'm finna go crazy now because for one, many of you cannot get women in real life. Let's just be honest with this. Because for one, if you get women in real life, you don't have to sit here and waste your energy on temporary pleasure. Because this false realization that you're going through by touching yourself will not help you get the real thing in real life. Because imagine actually being with a woman and actually imagine being inside of a woman. Imagine her coming to her senses for you. Imagine her orgasming for you. But you have to know who you are to even make her feel that way about yourself. Because once you make her orgasm, once you make her squirt, once you make her feel good about herself, she will love you beyond this dimension. She will always think about you and what you made her do, to where she will always want that lustful state from you. Not only that, she will always want to cater to your feelings as well because you made her release her thoughts that she never thought she had. You made her release her thoughts that she never thought she had, which is exactly why most young boys or older men as well, they'll run to these sites because you can't please the woman in real life, which is exactly why you bash women who promote their bodies on the internet, which the thing is too, shaming should come back to reality. I do condone that. We need to stop promoting this stupidity, especially even on Twitter, because you can go on Twitter right now. You can go into some comment sections. There are many women out there who are degrading their bodies just to get paid, just to get views and likes, openly naked, to where elementary school kids and middle school kids can be exploited into this realm of rituals. 4 days of fasting right now, you know, I ain't gonna say, but you know what I'm saying? I don't really feel good, but we gotta get to 5 days. Let's get into it. 6 ways these Luciferian societies control the programming of billions upon billions. The promotion of materialism, wealth, fame, power, and influence are twisted and aren't normal to one. Getting people to believe immoral and unethical behavior is acceptable. This causes people to follow exploitation and manipulation, utilizing their control through the media and entertainment. This shapes the masses' perception. It also desensitizes people and distracts them from finding themselves. They use deceitful practices in secret that are illegal and unethical, but present a different side in public. They will push and promote satanic ideologies that go against original spiritual practices. These spiritual practices were replaced with occultic titles like religion and church. They engage in sexual exploitation and tie themselves into power dynamics for the ritualistic practices. Now, of course, this is who their God is. And the thing is too, a lot of people who are paying their bills, their handlers, they worship this deity right here, as known as the Baphomet. A lot of times too, with these secret societies, they worship the Baphomet, but they call it God. And the thing is too, Lucifer is the Antichrist frequency of Almighty God, meaning that God is Satan. And I already talked about that as well, but that's the thing. So I hope you're taking notes as well. But I should have had a smoothie before this, boy, because it's like my ego does not want to do this, but spiritually we got to go harder, bro. 4-day fast video coming after this video as well, so we can go ahead and get this shit done. Let's focus, baby. We got this shit. Come on. Let's go. Now, what they do is with materialism, wealth, fame, and power, they make it seem as if the people that you look up to are beneficial for your well-being, not knowing that they have sold their morality and dignity out to get all these material possessions, these cars, the wealth, the fame, and the power. Once you get that money and that power combined together, now you are basically God to a bunch of demons. Because if you look good before you get paid, then you get paid. So not only do you look good, now you're paid. Not only that, if you're paid, you have a mansion or a nice house, nice cars, and people know you and adore you, you are basically an easy target for people to hate on you. And that's what they want. Fame is not normal to our society, but of course, it's idol worship, and that's just human nature in general. That's how you know we have a difference between gods and humans. Because once you're at a Christ frequency, there is no such thing as idol worship. Because once you're at the Christ consciousness, why would I idolize my own reflection? Why? Okay, I like your work, I like what you do, but I know what you do behind closed doors. I can't fuck with you for real. But your art, your work ethic is nice. I mean, it sounds good, and the way you do these things is crazy. You know, you have a great work ethic, but you sold your morality out. You're basically feeding your ego. And the thing is too, people who are famous, they don't know how to get themselves attention behind closed doors. So they chase fame, they chase money, they chase girls, they chase wealth, they chase possessions to validate their ego and to validate how rich they feel on the inside, but not knowing that no matter what, you're still lonely at the top. So you thought you weren't lonely at the bottom, but then once you get to the top, you're still lonely at the top. So what's the difference from the bottom to the top? Because as above, so below. And the thing is too, these fraternities, they will push a narrative to where, for example, if you see these people on streaming apps or even on social media apps in general, you will see that all these narratives are pushed by these Luciferian occultic fraternities and sororities behind closed doors, because that's how they are handled in their lifestyle as well. Because everything happens in the astral and the ether realm before it happens in this 3D existence right here, right now. Meaning that behind these doors, these deities are practicing what they have been practicing way before you were even existing. So these Nephilim were praising their higher self through a Luciferian act to please Satan, or Lucifer, if you want to call it that, because they're bearing light on ignorance. Meaning that once you take that oath, once you sign that oath, even in blood as well, you cannot tell the secrets of societies, because if you do, they're going to clone your ass. Not only clone you, they will do some dark, sinister things to your back end, to the point to where your anus will get ripped open, to the point to where they will be able to they will basically turn you inside out. That's exactly why pedophilia is going to be normalized, or they call it sexual orientation now. There are people who are pushing pedophilia because they want you to feel bad for their programming. LGBTQ comes from them as well, because for one, it does not matter if you are lesbian, gay, queer, trans. It doesn't matter. You become what you want to become. But the people that have put this sexual orientation onto this programmer's mind, this programmer now feels as if this society is normal to be a part of, and that's fine, because you got Black Lives Matter, you got White Lives Matter, you got politics, you got video game communities, you got so many communities out there that people can be wherever they want to be. But these Luciferians, they are a part of these fraternities, especially like LGBTQ, to where they are hiding pedophilia in that community, because they know that, okay, they won't be able to tell who we are once we hide ourselves amongst these people that we should feel sorry for. Because they want you to feel sorry for the people who have been violated in their past life, to where they feel as if they're welcome and they're at home and they're at peace with their people in these societies. And now too, the frequencies. So if we see the flag right here, understand the root chakra, you got the sacral, the solar, the heart, the throat, and the third eye, and the crown chakra as well. They're attacking you upside down, to the point to where, because I can't make this stuff up too, if you put the flag up here, your root chakra is the first thing. They're attacking you through the genitalia, or your lower self, meaning that the root chakra, the beast, the mark of the beast, is going to attack you with this frequency right here, meaning that they're going to violate you as a child, because that's where it starts. Because they know that at birth, all of us, we are all divine beings. So by us using our crown chakra, by you even being, and the thing is too, once you fast, you better understand what I'm talking about too, because you have to go beyond your flesh, because spiritually, you can overcome your flesh as well, because it's all a program. And the thing is too, I can't relate to people who have been assaulted, but I have talked to so many women in my life to where I think it is rare that I don't think I met one woman who has not been assaulted by a man or a woman. And once I seen this flag too, I realized that the lowest form of yourself to them, to Luciferians, is basically your crown self, your third eye, your higher self. They don't want you to get to the higher self, because if they wanted you to be a better you, they would flip this flag to where the purple is up on top and the root chakra is at the bottom. But it's a mockery of the rainbow, if you want to call it that as well. Influencers push these two agendas and hang with people in them so they don't lose their brand deals and then go back to a 9-to-5 job they never had. The fame and money has blinded them from the truth, literally and figuratively. Okay, I was like, did we have one more? No, go back. We'll go back. My fault, y'all. Hold on, let me go back to that real quick. Okay. Okay. Now, they make you question your traditional beliefs through their influence. Some influencers will encourage people, especially the youth, to question or move away from long-standing values which can shift anyone's balance within their life mentally. Blind you from your own belief system. Though subtle messages, they do promote ideas that confuse adults and child behavior, which can manipulate the natural order and innocence of the youth, hiding their truth through hidden symbolism. Influencers use certain symbols and imagery that carries a deeper hidden meaning. This is used to influence people's thoughts on a subconscious level, even if it blinds them spiritually, shaping their minds into the influencer's perception of narcissism. Their goal for some of them is to target younger audiences because they are more open to new ideas, and the creator will guide them toward lifestyles or behaviors that leads them away from their inner truth, rotting your spiritual awareness into the dirt. By promoting scripted lifestyles, they lead people away from spiritual values, making it harder for anyone that watches to connect with their higher selves, since they are distracted through idol worship. Pedophilia is not a sexual orientation. Save our children. And that's basically in this teaching too, but okay. And the thing is, we gotta understand that as a child, as you are watching this, I do apologize for my energy as well. You know, I am very hungry, but I gotta focus though. I'm just being authentic. When it comes to children, teenagers, young adults, you gotta understand that your mind is being leashed on every single day, every single minute. Excuse me. By you being on social media 24/7, by you feeling that what you're looking at is normal is not normal. Because these people that you see that are influencing your mind, they're only doing what they are told and what they're handled to do. Because imagine somebody you know with like 9 million followers and you've been watching them for years since they were young as well. You've seen them grow from 100 followers to 9 million. And then all of a sudden they get knocked off their pedestal and they go back to working a 9-to-5 job. And then you ask them, what happened to you? They will never tell you the truth because for when they signed the oath. On top of that, they should tell you, I stopped pushing an agenda. If we're just being real, they are basically pushing a satanic ritual behind closed doors. And to where imagine you as a viewer watching this, imagine you were able to generate over 15,000 minds to watch you live your life and push agendas to where the viewer can't even tell what's right from wrong. Is it wrong to shower with another guy? Or is it right? Is it wrong to kiss a man on camera while you're live streaming it? Or is that right? Is it wrong to degrade and bash women on a live stream? Or is it right? Is it wrong to push an OnlyFans model or a porn star model? Or is it wrong or is it right? Which one is it? We determine that because it's all subjective to our objective reality or our theories, if you want to call it that. So theoretically, we are all lost, trying to follow other leaders that are still lost, following other lost leaders. There are no such thing as leaders anymore in this generation. Not only that, all these influencers, all these streaming platforms will get worse day in and day out. Because there are many people in this world who do not have a sense of life within themselves. If you need an example on how to live your life, you should have been swallowed by your mom. If you need an example on how to live your life, you should have been swallowed by your mother. That's exactly why they have the platform that they have. They sell their dignity out so that they can generate so much income for years to come beyond their life expectancy. Because they're trying to feed their family as well through satanic ideologies. Negativity will get pushed and it'll get seen as righteous. That's the world we live in. Satanic ideologies will get pushed on and it will become so normal that people will deem it as righteous. At the end of the day, if you are watching these if you are not understanding who you are in this world, you are going to keep on submitting to a bunch of submissive agenda pushers, basically. That's exactly why you have to be able to find yourself in this world. So to the person that asked me that question, that was a beautiful question, and thank you for that. Because as an artist or an influencer, you have to be able to tell yourself what you think is right or wrong. Because they will approach you. Shit, they already approached me. They will approach you as well. But what will you tell them? It's either a yes or a no. But they will promise you a lifestyle that you can't refuse. But then when you refuse it, what happens to you? I'm still here, exposing them. So what will you do? Because you can fear them all you want, but if you fear these sentient programs, you're fearing your lower self. Because you are artificial intelligence. We have to understand the all-seeing eye for what it is. You are illuminating yourself every single day. These people know what they're doing behind closed doors, but do you know what they're doing behind closed doors? No, you don't. You wait for them to post their videos every day, or you wait for them to stream every single day. But the thing is though, while you're wasting 8 to 10 hours watching somebody push a narrative, how will you find yourself? You're basically wasting your life watching another person live their life as well. What are you doing with yourself? So then when you get older and you're in a cubicle wondering where shit went wrong, what were you doing when you were in elementary school, middle school, high school? They were telling you, be your own boss. You can do this shit as well. You can do what I'm doing as well. You can make videos. You can do whatever. You can have your own lifestyle. But yet, you didn't listen. You were too focused on clowns following their circus acts unconsciously. So where unconsciously, you were entertained by stupidity. So where now, you are a product of idiocracy. And now you are working for a bunch of idiots that you call a boss. You are working for a bunch of idiots that you call a boss, and now you claim to be a boss as well. How are you a boss and you have no employees? On top of that, you're hanging with people who cannot they can't give you any type of indication on how to follow the path of righteousness for the Almighty Creator. Because once you are pleasing your higher self, once you become more conscious of your unconscious practices, the lifestyle that you have to live will be unrighteous to demonic programs. So you will have to stop watching people who are pushing these Luciferian practices on camera, by the way. It's literally in broad daylight and people still don't give a fuck about that. Why? Because they praise and idol worship a bunch of influencers. Influencers. What are you influencing as an influencer? On top of that, do not expect your favorite influencer to tell you what they are pushing. What is your intention to making content? What is your intention to pushing a bunch of women on camera? You got 10 women lined up, and then you're rating their bodies or their looks, and then you're saying smash or pass. Nothing but a modern day slave auction. Oh, she got a nice body. She got nice thighs. She got a nice head shape. She got nice lips. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. She look good when she's on her knees for me. Yeah, I'm gonna swipe right on her, smash. And we're okay with this, young ladies. We're okay with this. Clout is the worst drug of all time. And if you are not aware of how to fight against this lustful state of our people, you will kill yourself. And once you kill yourself, you will reincarnate right back into this cycle of unconscious vessels. All these different practices are not meant for us to be doing. So the agenda for them, like I stated earlier, is your mindset. They need your mind to be unconscious every single day. Because if they can program you and get you to fall in line to their experiment, they got you right where they want you. To the point to where as life goes on, and then the thing is too, you should get smarter as you get older, but some people don't. Some people don't wake up till they turn 60 or 70. And by the time they're on their deathbed, that's when they realize they wasted their whole entire life watching somebody else live their life. And then when it's time for you to go and transition, guess where you're coming back to? Wah. Wah. What do you want to name him? I'm going to call him a subconscious title. Now you have a 1-year-old birthday, 2 years old, and now you're doing the same exact, and you can't escape them because the internet will be here forever. Thanks to us, of course, for making it popular, because that's a second dimension. not like a 2D dimension, but that's a second highway for people to escape this reality. So once people come home from work or on a Saturday, people are on the internet right now at this very moment, wasting time doing nothing for themselves at all whatsoever. You know that you can be doing something beneficial to enhance your lifestyle, but yet you're on Twitter tweeting, or you're just scrolling, you're on Instagram scrolling, you're on TikTok scrolling. How many hours are you actually scrolling on these social media sites? On top of that, if you turn your phone off, what can you be doing to make your lifestyle the way that you want it to be? People can't answer that question. Why is that? Because they have no indication of what they want to be in life. So they follow other people to see if that's the way that they want to live as well. This influencer that you're following cannot help you live your life for yourself, because they live in a facade as well. If you meet them in real life, I promise to God, most of them are bitch made. The internet makes them feel superior, and they have bodyguards as well. So if you walking around with bodyguards and shit, for one, and in some cases too, it is useful. But sometimes most of them are scared for their lives because they know what they're doing behind closed doors. So if you expose them for who they are, then you will really see what they have been doing the whole entire time, to the point to where you will stop watching them. You will stop feeding them. You will stop giving them money. You work so hard. There are some kids who will use their mom and dad's credit card or debit card to pay for their favorite streamer or content creator. And the thing is too, if you choose to do that, so be it, because whatever you do with your money is on you. But if you don't know what they're pushing behind closed doors, it's like, what are you doing with yourself? Why are you doing this for them? They don't care about you. Because if you stop giving them money, they're going to start bashing you, saying, man, fuck y'all. Y'all don't fuck with me for real, man. Y'all don't like me, man. I make all this content for y'all, and y'all don't subscribe to my Twitch or my Instagram. Y'all won't follow me on platforms. Y'all won't fund my lifestyle, man. F y'all. But then when you realize what they just said to you, then you begin to understand, well, damn, without me, you'll be nothing. Literally. So you are making the wrong people famous, but then people will say, we made the right people famous. No, you didn't. You made the wrong person famous, to the point to where they are deeming themselves as trustworthy, or deeming themselves as prophetic, or loving, or caring, or being compassionate, or nurturing other souls. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you some money so people can like. Niggas, stop. Stop, bro. Giving people money on camera, it's like, do you do that off of camera? No, you do not. But when the camera's cut on, they put on a mask, and people buy into it every single time for free. So parents, you need to watch what your kids are watching. And some parents don't give a fuck. So to the viewer watching this, if you are a youngin', if you are older than me, you have to mind your thoughts and watch what you are watching. Stop feeding into these lies. OnlyFans does not do you any good. And women, if you want to push the OnlyFans agenda on your Instagram, so be it. As a man, if you are lusting after these women, you are a fucking idiot. Porn. Stop watching these websites, because they cannot love you the way you love yourself. Touching yourself is pleasing God through a satanic frequency. Once you start touching yourself, and once you start gaining spiritual income through your frequency and your currency by saving your semen, you love yourself on an angelic frequency at the Christ consciousness. Luciferian agendas, they are happening every single day. For one, you have a blanket on top of your head that is made from a witchcraft way of living that comes from fallen angels who are practicing Luciferian ways of living. They have many indications on how they live their life as well. The food we eat, the drinks we drink, the TV we watch, the games we play, the way we talk, we're speaking English. We are all under witchcraft. The LGBTQ agenda as well. By them assaulting your mindset, that is the only way for them to find love within themselves. So if you do not understand how to love yourself, you don't understand how to be one with yourself, you will go and find these communities where people don't know how to love themselves as well, because all they're doing is pushing their form of love onto other people as well. And then once you understand that they are hiding as somebody you love, you will stop loving them for who you think they are and are not. You have to be able to go and look into the mirror in your bathroom and speak affirmations to yourself to build yourself up, because these people cannot save you from yourself. That's all this is. It's nothing but harvesting your spirit so that when you actually die physically, because what is death to God? But when you die physically, according to their spells, they're going to send, they're going to watch you travel to being judged on Judgment Day, because you're judging yourself on Judgment Day. Once your spirit tells the truth about your ignorance, because all it can promote is ignorance. So once you watch yourself judging your ignorance to the Almighty will say, well, you didn't bear any light. You were ignorant your whole entire life, and you wasted your whole existence watching influencers. Depart from me. That's not a bad thing though, but go back and go take that test over again. It's like high school or college. If you fail that test, there are some teachers or observers or guides. You are a B, go fly somewhere else. Go fly somewhere else. You are going to take that test over again, to the point where you have to start from year 1. And then and the thing is too, once you are young, you will see that same influencer again, because they are cloned. They are made in laboratories. They are lab experiments. So these people that you see aren't even real people to begin with, because if you look them in the eyes, they have no soul. They are gatekeepers. So once you are wasting your mindset on watching gatekeepers, gatekeeping other celebrities that you deem as worthy in society, once you stop watching them for who they are, you begin to figure out how much light that you can actually bear to your enlightenment. But once you become 5 years old, 7 years old, and you get put on to these, hey, Fred, I had this new influencer that I watch. You want to watch him too? Boom, now y'all both watching the same exact celebrity that you died watching in your past life. And so now you're wasting your whole existence watching celebrities who can't even grow. So a short person can relate to a short person. But once you're tall, once you're gigantic in size, just the mindset-wise, the physical-wise, the spiritual side, you begin to start living life at a heightened elevation that a surface dweller can't comprehend. You start doing things out of normalcy because you're not normal anymore. Normal people will watch their favorite celebrity sell their dignity out every single day. People will sit there and watch somebody touch themselves on camera, push these narratives on camera, get humped on camera, shower together on camera, kiss another man on camera, and they will say, hey, yo, put laughing emojis, but still watch. And then people wonder why this generation right now in 2024 and beyond that is soft. And they will get softer and softer to the point to where pedophilia will become normalized. And what will you do about it? Nothing, because we sat there as the older generation, we sat there and we allowed it. Because what? The youth is our future. So if the youth says it's okay, then that means adults will say it's okay as well. That is not okay. But what is okay? So okay. Whatever you love, that's on you. I can't tell you what to do. Either way it goes, as long as you are loving to yourself, that's all that matters to the Almighty Creator. Because people will say, if you're gay or if you're this or you're that, you won't make it to heaven. You are projecting what you do not know about a dimension in your mind. So you can literally love the same sex and be with the same sex every day. You can still find heaven in that hellish way that you are living in. But some people can't understand that because they are closed-minded for a reason, which is exactly why people will hate. And they find out that, for example, every celebrity that you have seen or have not seen literally has been violated. And most likely they are gay. It's just that simple. You cannot make it into these fraternities without selling your dignity out. You have to bend over back. You have to arch your back for your handler, who is in this community right here. And they will laugh at you. They will mock you. But guess what? You want to be famous, right? You want to have millions of followers, right? You want attention, right? You want that Lambo, right? Bend over backwards. You have to get violated in order to be seen as a celebrity. That's the only way for you to actually be seen in society, to be a somebody, to sell your fucking soul. And you still can't sell solar energy, so you can only monetize it. So the best way for you to monetize your soul is by you bending over backwards for somebody else who has no soul. So you are literally arching your back to please Nephilim that are morphing into Jews, Africans, Koreans, Europeans. It doesn't even matter at this point. Money has killed our people. We make money our God. And the thing is too, people will do so much for money that they don't know that it's not normal to do what you're doing. And, excuse me, There's ranks to it too, and the thing is, the video can go long and long. It doesn't even matter. But in conclusion, there are ranks. There's a ranking system into celebrity. So A-list, B-list, C-list, and a D-list, whatever the case may be. People will make fun of you if you're not an A-list celebrity, not knowing that A-list celebrities are not even real people in the first place. They are clone deities. So people are looking up to a bunch of clones that have no mind of their own. They're being handled. They're being milked. They're cash cows. Because without them, these entertainment industries would not be who they are today. Which is exactly why you have to figure out why you are looking up to them. Because you should not be looking up to them besides yourself. You should not be looking up to any man or woman besides yourself. Stop chasing shit. Money will not love you. Fame will not love you. Attention will not love you. Because once you stop pleasing people's egos, once you stop being a clown to a bunch of clowns, then who's entertaining now? Once you stop being a sellout to a bunch of sellouts, who's really selling out now? Who's selling out tickets? Who's selling out 50K views on their live stream? It's like, come on, bro. We do things for the viewership. We do things to make ourselves feel worthy in society. Because when that camera cuts off, they hate themselves, man. That's why when that camera cuts on, they put on a mask. They can't be authentic like most people who are actually authentically themselves on camera. Which is exactly why most of us who are actually pushing the truth, we will not get pushed in society right now. Why is that? Because the algorithm knows that these gatekeepers are watching us for who we are. And if millions of people actually see and hear the truth, we can shift a whole paradigm of generations before and after us. But that's exactly why fame and celebrities came into existence. That's exactly why porn and OnlyFans and these LGBTQ communities are in society right now, because they want you to be confused about your inverted ways. People are so sexually perverted because that's what they have been programmed into when they were young. So like Diddy and Epstein, many of your favorite celebrities have been on these islands as well, and they have met Diddy as well. Even like Drake and shit too. People love Drake, not knowing that Drake has been on these islands also. All these people have been, so like BBL Drizzy, for example. Why do you think he has that name? Why do you think he's at where he's at? He's been dominant for over 15 years. I've been hearing Drake since I was in middle school. You can't be at that heightened level of a stature of a celebrity without fucking yourself over. That's why they call him BBL Drizzy, because somebody has been giving him back shots. Kendrick a sellout too. Diddy a sellout too. Epstein a sellout too. They all go to these islands to touch on children. That's exactly why I had that picture. Save our children. They are literally, they need a fetus. Feed us. They need your fetus to feed themselves. They need your child to sustain their hunger, basically. Basically. They need to push that narrative so they can hide in these communities, so they can get closer to your children and go to your schools and push a message. It's okay to be like this. It's okay to be yourself. And as parents, if you are blind to the new wave of the internet, you are lost. Not only that, if you are selling your body on the internet, you are lost. If you are following a trend, you are lost. If you are not the trending, you are lost as well. If you are not being your own creative, you are lost. Stop selling out to become somebody in life and be your own vibration. You become what you are. If you want to have people love you for who you are, be consistently yourself. But then again, when you are becoming yourself every single day, who are you becoming at the end of the day? I love you. Have a great day, God and Goddess.